There's what the space station looks like right now. It's the size, if you could lay it on the ground, it would cover almost 2 football fields. If you could put it on a scale and weigh it, it would weigh almost 1,000,000 pounds, 900 and some pounds. So it's massive. The inside habitable volume where the crew lives and works is about the size of a 4,000 square foot house, the volume. So it's very big, very roomy. We've got laboratories from Russia, the United States, Japan, and the European Space Agency, which is made up of a dozen or so nations in Europe. Canada is also a partner with the space station, and they contributed to the robotic arm. So it's very unique in its mission. It's very unique in the space station itself in terms of spacecraft. It's also very unique because of the international participation of it. Of course, that one's very familiar to most of you, the space shuttle, which we retired last summer with the last flight, after it had accomplished its primary purpose, which was to put up a space station, to put up piece by piece. It took almost 40 shuttle flights. I think it was 37 or 38 shuttle flights dedicated to the space station to put it up there, and the equivalent amount of flights from the Russians that launched from Kazakhstan to support and to assemble the space station. There's a space station with the space shuttle docked to it right there. So if you know the space shuttle is pretty big. The space station is quite a bit bigger than that. And you see a Soyuz capsule docked right there. The Soyuz, by the way, is not only the way we get there and we get home, but it's also our lifeboat while we're on board. So everybody has a seat, a lifeboat, if you will, in case we have an emergency on board and the crew needs to get off and come home. There's a Soyuz rocket, launches from Kazakhstan, as I mentioned, launched or operated by the Russians. Actually, since the late 60s, it's been upgraded several times, but my last 2 flights were on a Russian Soyuz. And yes, we do use the Russian language, so we all take Russian, and the Russians all take English. So we use both languages on board. That's the hardest part of the training, by the way, is that foreign language.